Allow no one to deceive you, mislead you, or misinform you that owning your own house or any other property is not an asset. Let's start by defining what is an asset and what is a liability. Simply put, assets put money in your pocket. Anything that you are doing that is earning an income is an asset. Liabilities take money from you. You have to pay for them. So then you must be asking yourself, what is Opal talking about? I pay a mortgage every month. Is it my house taking money from me? Doesn't that make it a liability and not an asset? So let's put things in context. If you're able to purchase your house or build your house cash, then it is immediately an asset as you own all the value in that house. On the other hand, if you purchase a house using a mortgage, your house does start off as a liability. Why? Because it is an expense that is taking money from you in the beginning to pay that mortgage. However, a house with a mortgage does not stay a liability forever. Let's take, for example, my grandaunt bought a house in Greater Portmore, a quad, in 1994. And that quad was purchased for $400,000 back then. Let's fast forward to 2022. That quad, without any improvement, any addition, is now worth $8 million. That is 20 times the original value of the quads in Greater Portmore. Now let's take my scheme for example. 4 years ago, the standard lots for a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom home, which is about 810 square feet, which is my house originally, was being sold for roughly $10.8 million, right? Now, fast forward to today, we're talking 4 years later. These same houses, unimproved, no addition, are being sold for $16.5 million in 2022. That is an additional value of $5.8 million. Now tell me, if this is not an asset, what is? That means if somebody was supposed to get up tomorrow morning and decide to sell their home, they would be able to recoup after paying their mortgage off roughly $5.8 million. Now, I estimate that given another 5 years, I believe that these homes will appreciate with a value of over $20 million. This means if you were to sell it then, you would be making 100% profit. Now, I don't know of another category of investment that allows someone to reap this type of value from their investment than putting money into property. Whether you're going to live there or rent it or whatever it is, that is the reason why the wealthy spend so much money investing in real estate, because they are considered assets. So selling it, recouping the money, the value is appreciating, that puts money in your pocket, and therefore it is definitely an asset. Of course, the obvious way that your property puts money in your pocket is through rental income, right? Whether you are generating income from short-term rentals like Airbnb or long-term rentals where you have someone on the property staying for a long period of time. So when we talk about short-term rentals, according to the Jamaica Gleaner, in 2017 there were 55,000 Airbnb bookings across the island and there was a US $2.4 million earning just for Airbnb in the corporate area alone. So we're talking about Kingston and St. Andrew alone, accounting for 2.4 million US dollars in rentals in 2017. So if that is not asset, if that is not income, I don't know what it is. Let me tell you something. What I've seen in life is that sometimes when people have achieved certain goals for themselves, they find it difficult to even entertain the thought that they could be honest with other people so they themselves can aspire to achieve these type of goals. So don't let anybody fool you. Your property is definitely an asset. Then you have a next set of crazy people who are out there spreading this type of gospel that it is better to rent than to buy your own home. Now, how can it be better to rent to pay off someone's mortgage while you're putting money in their pockets instead of buying your own property, which is an asset that will appreciate in value, ultimately putting money in your pocket? You can make the judgment for yourself, ultimately, whether you feel as if owning a house is a liability or an asset. Share with us in the comments section, what are your thoughts? For me, my house is an asset. But how do you see your home? How do you see your properties? Do you see them as assets or do you see them as liabilities? Also, feel free to check out this other video on my channel that gives you a whole lot of information around home ownership, whether it is buying or building your own home. And if you like this video, then please go ahead and give a thumbs up. And if you want to hear more from me, guess what? Subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can be notified as soon as I drop a video.